When I was 15 years old, my first job, I was doing maintenance and also janitorial work um, for this company, um, but it was a maintenance company. Um, but I worked for my church that I went to, and these are the different types of jobs that I worked for in Tulsa. Actually, it was three different types of jobs that I worked for when I was in Tulsa. The first job, which I'll mention to you now, I was doing maintenance slash janitorial for my church, Higher Dimensions Family Church, where Bishop Carlton Pearson was the founder and pastor. Um, After a year, I got laid off. I left that job. Um, and at the time, when I had the job, I was in high school still. But I left that job after being laid off. Went to do some work. I was a busboy at this next job, Embassy Suites Hotel. I was there for about maybe 5, 6 months. I left that job because after lack of communication from the manager and not pleased with him, I had to leave. Couldn't I just couldn't work with him at all. I was 16 or 17, I believe. No, I think I was 17. Yeah, about 17. Um, Left that job, Embassy Suites Hotel. Then I went on ahead and worked at Dillards. Now I was 18 at the time, still in high school. My last year, just graduated from high school, May of '02, Memorial High School. Shout out to everybody 918. Um, I was at Dillards. I was a dock associate. Loved that job. You know, not only did I love it, it was a fun job I enjoyed. I mean, if I could come back, I could. But I was there from '03, December of '03 to, I believe, January of 2005. Yeah, January 2005. I was there. I was there for like a year and a month. Um, so I left Dillard's in Tulsa. Then I moved to Baltimore, Maryland. But actually, I was living in Perry Point, Maryland, which it was a little small town right next to Perryville, which was another small town because everything in that area was small. I mean, you could walk somewhere and get there in 5 minutes if you wanted to. Um, but yeah, I did some community service work. I love that job as well. Um, they paid for my food, my living expenses, health, dental, visual, what have you. Love the job. I did 2 years of that. In that program, AmeriCorps and Triple C, who everybody and who knows about that program and who are my friends on Facebook, um, I loved it. It was nice. But traveled all over the world, got to meet great people, sponsors, lived in great uh, housing, had no problem at all. The work was just amazing. Um, People I met was amazing. Um, just everything I liked about it was amazing. Um, if I could go back to it and do another 5 years, I would. But currently, according to America and Triple C, you can only do 2 terms, 2 years of it. That's it. But you can continue on doing AmeriCorps programs, but it just won't be in Triple C. um, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So after 2 years of doing that, 2006, I moved to Milwaukee. Now, here's the part where it gets very interesting. From 2006 to now, 2010, I I have had about, I would say, 6 to 10 jobs in the 4 years that I've been here in Milwaukee. In the 4 years that I've been here in Milwaukee, I have about 6 to 10 jobs. That's what I've had. And I haven't really settled down, and I haven't really settled with myself. And honestly, I don't know why I can't settle down. But all that to say is this, besides what I mentioned to you before, it's really time for me to really, and I don't know why I said I don't know how to settle down. I don't know why I said that. But all that to say is this. It is really time for me to settle down. Not I don't know how to settle down, but it is really time for me to settle down. And I don't have a question to ask you. This is just based on me and what I've went through, the different type of jobs since I've been 15 years old to now I'm 26. 10 years of just work. No college, nothing. Didn't go for no degree. I'm taking an online course, but I'm taking a break from it. But yeah, I really want to settle down in a job. Um, and I will continue on next. I'm going to continue on with this blog next week. But this is part one of what I'm talking to you about. But I'll get into part two later. I really want to settle down into a job career. And business is the only thing that I think and I believe that will help me make more money and not work for people. Because have you came to the point to where you said to yourself, you know what, I've worked for people for too long, it's time for me to work for myself? I know I have. Because that's what I've always dreamed of ever since I was 18 years old. And now here I am, 26, still not settled. But now I'm coming to the point to where I want to be settled. I really do. So it's time for me to really get settled with my own personal job and me working for myself instead of just working for people. Yeah, working for people is good. You get the money, everything is good. But working for yourself is even better. I believe. And I know it. So, to everybody out there, work for yourself if you can. If you can. But if you can't, cool, continue working for people. I ain't got no problem against that. But if you feel that it's time for you to work for yourself, then hey, go for it. Seriously. So that's why I wanted to cover on this blog. On the episode. Sunday Make Blog. So I'm gonna come back next week and just talk more about this. But yeah, that's what I want to share with you all. But next week it's gonna be a continuation of why I'm doing what I'm doing. All right. So I'll see y'all next week.